Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Kavya Agarwal. So today I'll not be reading a poem to you guys. Today I'll be doing a book review. And with this I'm starting a new series where I'll be doing different book reviews at different periods of time. So for today, for the first book review, I've chosen the book The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseni. So first of all, why I chose this book only. So I have a very special reason why I chose this book. 2 years back, or maybe 3 years back, I wasn't much a reading person. I was not into reading. And there was this friend of mine who recommended me this book and assured me that once I go through this book, I'll fall in love with reading. And that actually happened. The day I started reading this book, it gripped me like anything, and I eventually fell in love with reading. It introduced me to this beautiful aspect of life of which I was missing. So, in this book review, we'll talk about the plot of the book, the themes of the book, the characterization, the setting, and the writing style. So, to begin with, I cannot say anything else but The Kite Runner is a heartbreaking and a heartwarming book, both at the same time. It is such a beautiful book that no matter what I say, it won't do justice to the book. So The Kite Runner is a story about betrayal and redemption at its core. It's the story about two friends named Amir and Hassan. Hassan's father Ali was servant to Amir's father Baba, and they shared a very amicable bond. And so did Amir and Hassan. They grew up together. And there was this tradition of celebrating Kite Festival in Kabul, where the story is based. So that year, when the story begins, Amir and Hassan decided to participate in the Kite Festival, and they wanted to win the Kite Festival because that was one chance for Amir to win the love of his father, which he did not get. Amir's father had a better inclination towards Hassan, and what was the reason behind it you will come across as you go through the book, and I'm for sure not disclosing it. So in the initial stage of the story, Amir commits a wrongful act against Hassan, and it is the guilt of this betrayal that stays with Amir throughout the story, and it is his longing for redemption that moves the plot of the story. So that is about the plot, because anything further I'll say will end up disclosing the whole story, which I surely do not want. And so the next thing is the setting. The book is set against the backdrops of Kabul, Afghanistan. In the starting of the book, Hosseni has painted a very vivid and beautiful picture of Kabul, Afghanistan, the culture of the place, the traditions of the place. Everything is painted so vibrantly that even if you have no knowledge of that place, you seem to have a first-hand experience with that place through the book. And in the later stages of the book, Hosseni introduces us to the war-torn, devastated Pakistan after the Soviet invasion in 1970s or maybe 1980s. Some part of the book, a fragment of the book, is also set in America. So basically, it's the basic setting is in Afghanistan and America, which keeps on switching. Though betrayal and redemption is the central theme of the story, it does not end there. The book has various themes including longing for acceptance, sense of nationhood, horrors of war, childhood, friendship, and there are so many themes intertwined in the plot that it makes you almost go on the roller coaster of emotions. You feel agonized, you feel frustrating, irritated, and thrilled, but you also feel hopeful, optimistic, and it moves you. It is heartwarming, all of it, all at the same time. Now, if we talk about the characterization is done so beautifully. The characters are crafted in such a brilliant manner that they seem so true to life. Even the protagonist of the story, Amir, is not a perfect human. He makes mistakes, and it is his shortcomings that he suffers. It is that he keeps secret, and this secret is what shapes his character as the story moves forward. His character evolves in such a beautiful manner that becomes almost unbelievable. And if we talk about Hassan, there's no need to say, words cannot suffice what his character was. It was so beautiful that you will find yourself shouting out your love to Hassan all through the plot of the book. And it's not just that the story only highlights the protagonists of the story. It has also given enough weightage to the other characters, and every character involves in its own way, and that is where the strength of the book lies. And if we talk about the language of the book, language and the writing style of the book is the first thing that makes you inclined towards a book, that will make you go on with the book. Without a doubt, the language and the writing style of Kite Runner is so gripping that once you get the book in the hand, it's not going until you finish the book. And it becomes almost unbelievable that this was the debut book. Yes, it was the debut book of the Afghan-American writer Khaled Hosseni. Okay. So the only shortcoming of this book, according to me, was that at many stages, the book becomes predictable. You are able to predict that what's going to happen next in the story. So some of you might not agree with it because different opinions, but it was a flaw till some extent according to me. But also on the other hand, if you look from another angle, though you are able to predict what's going to happen, but when you go through it, it leaves such an impact on you that you might not want to call it a flaw anymore, because that might be its strength, that though you know what's going to happen, it still is able to leave a mark upon your heart. Other than that, everything about the book is so incredibly beautiful that while you read the book, you find yourself transcend into the world of Amir and Hassan, and you live every experience with them. This book is a must read. It stays in your heart forever. It makes you curl up in your bed at the midnight and cry like a baby. So do yourself a favor, go right away, read this book. You have enough time right now, at least, I hope. And if you haven't, take some time out, and I assure you it will be worth the while. So that's it about the book review. This is my first book review. So if you have any suggestions, feedbacks, please, I would love to hear them. And all the Kite Runner lovers who have already read the book, please drop in your suggestions, and if there's anything I said that you contradict with, I would love to hear that as well. Drop down your suggestions, your feedbacks, and any comments in the comment box. And those who haven't read the book yet, I'm attaching the links to buy the book in the description box. Go buy it today. And if you cannot buy it right now, you cannot bring the paperback home because the pandemic reasons, I'm also giving you a link to find its PDF. So jao yaar, read the book, it is beautiful. I just cannot say enough. So thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll also be posting a new poem very soon, so stay tuned and keep connected. And also, any conversation about this book cannot be complete without quoting for you 1,000 times and over. Thank you. Take care.